everyone who is here. I want to apologize in advance for any boomerisms that may happen from here on out. We already had one. That's why we're a little bit late, because right as I was getting ready to hit live, I was confirming with Mrs. Good Stuff she was ready, and I couldn't hear her. And she said I roboted out, so we'll see how this goes. Plus, I have a headache. I did take some aspirin, but that was a while ago. It should be gone by now, and I think I'm just overtired. But anyways, Jason, you are not first. So we will see how this goes. We'll say hello to those that are in the chat. So Snuggy looks like he might have been the first one with the elbow cough, dab, dab, dab. Then we have Sumo Thori. We have Jaro. Hey, James, thanks for joining. Hello, Amanda B, Miss Good Stuff, if she's here, and to all the fine folk frequenting the chat. I hope you have a great Sunday. I hope you're having a great one, too. Nice. We have Mo Biggs. Hail the Mo. I did see a Margot in here. Oh, here's a George. That was before the Margot. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. And, yeah, there's Margot. Hello, Margot. Thanks for joining. Hope you're having a good Sunday. We have Nicholas Gear. I suppose I should be very flattered that he's not working, or if he's working, he's at least taking the time to say hi. And sorry, I do that a lot. Oh, we have a Fanta.
No, I did too.
Hey, Fanta.
Fanta.
We have 80s Made Consumer here. Thanks for joining. All right, so that's what I see for now. So for those of you that might be new to the show, because I did get a few new subscribers in the past week, this show started as Jim Cox and I looking at campaigns. We have had some guest hosts in the past. Mrs. has hosted with me a few times. She's here with me today. I think this might become a regular thing as long as she can make it. I'm not sure if we'll throw in some extra people every now and again, but I know some people have suggested that, hey, I can go solo, but I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to myself, and that's not really why I want to do the show. I don't want to talk to myself. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to others, and I want to I wanted to Mo's distracting me. I wanted to I'm just going to leave that thought there because I lost it, Mo. Thanks, Mo. But we will hit Mo up saying Jim split off to start his own show, Cox on Cox. That would actually be a very good show title. So, and I think I saw George saying hi, but no, George is expressing his he would like to see Jim come back. Maybe Jim will
bring him back.
Jim will guest, but I don't know that he would. I don't think he's into it for the weekly thing.
Yeah, I by no means had any, corporate takeover plans to get Jim out of here and worm my way in with Amanda. I'm just here mostly for technical support. She's here for the comic knowledge, but I know what you mean about not wanting to talk to yourself. Like maybe if you did a pre-recorded thing, but when you want to be live with a chat, I want to have somebody to laugh and, point things out with me.
Yeah. And I like I can talk to the chat and I can read the chat, but when you start throwing in the sharing of pages and waiting for responses and, that's when it's nice to have at least that second person that you're bouncing that conversation off from. I did see Hicks Villain showed up. I see 24. Thank you guys for showing up. Hey, AZ. All right, so we're going to look at some crowdfunding campaigns. I think we are still going with CG Tracker like we normally do. So I don't know if you have that ready to share. Thank you for being right on top of it.
Yes, I came
prepared. All right, so we go with creatorgo.com/CG, and then we narrow it down to 2022 because that is pretty much showing those that are currently funding as well as those that have ended. We usually look towards the bottom because those are the ones that are the least funded, and we see which ones have not made their funding goal with hopes of looking at those to bring some eyes to them and maybe critique them on what they might be doing that they're not getting the funding that they should be, could be, would be. I know there have been some people in the chat that have said many times, I've never seen this campaign before. It looks great. And I've even had people back. So aside from talking with all of you and talking about CG, that was my other goal. You know, I do want to see some people that can get more funding, get more funding.
And on this list, for me, can you explain the difference between, I mean, the little red box next to it is ended. What is store, the blue box? Does that just mean it's available on a website to purchase and you go?
You know, I'm not sure exactly what that means, because I would have thought that the in demand would have been like their storefront.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I know a lot of people like Indiegogo because they use it as a storefront. So once they're done their crowdfunding, they're able to use it as a store. And I think they pay like a monthly fee for keeping it up there or something like that.
Okay.
But I really don't know the difference between in demand and a store. If it's like a in demand, you can keep it there for the 3 months, and then after the 3 months, it becomes a store. Maybe if there's a creator in the chat that knows that difference, they can say it. But Mo, I just gotta ask, have they made any updates to the campaign page? And I don't think they did. So I think we're good on that one for today.
Have not seen it.
Mo is trying to say, I think a lot of people in the chat may have not seen the Crom campaign before. Although that is probably correct, Mo. I will give you that. Hey, Shadow, thanks for joining. And, oops, Mr. Von Stugel says, is this a Danny-friendly show today after the gatekeeping he endured the last 2 weeks? Yeah, he was robbed on those awards there.
Was he in one of the categories?
No, but Von Stugel was doing everything he could to nominate him. But, you know, it's kind of hard to have Danny being nominated for Best Artist and Best Writer and Best Letterer. And yeah, didn't quite make the cut. Hey, Vincent, thanks for joining. Yeah, another comics page that says, this is what we do over here. So what is okay, so Cody Valiant, I know, is ending like right off, but we've already done that one.
Okay.
I don't think we necessarily need to do it again. Melvin number 2 we've already done. Trying to look for the other ones. Guardian Angel Part 1 we did do. That was last week, right?
Last week. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty sure. Wild Void. That was the one we quickly looked last week, right? We like breezed right through it.
That was the one with the really hefty funding goal, the 18 grand. And we were trying to see what was going on with that one. But that was at the end. And then I don't remember what the other one was we did last week.
No. Why would they update it if it's dead, Mo? And I don't understand the question, Vincent. If I'm here, of course I'm here. I'm on panel.
Maybe closer to Christmas, Mo, she'll go live and just spontaneously and just look into the campaign just for you,
for everybody. Right. And it's green, so we'll pick the Christmas time thematic campaigns. All right, so we can go over Wild Void. That is an option. Okay. What else have we got for an option?
Let me go up here.
Yeah, what's the? I just see one, but Crash the System number 1. We might skip that, or I guess we could go over that. I don't know. Depends on what the chat wants to do. But I will let you know that Crash the System is from those that created Vestige. Keep going up. What else is there? Galactic Rodents of Mayhem. Oh, I know. Oh, I think Sumo was talking about Grom earlier. We have not gone over Grom, which is the Galactic Rodents of Mayhem. Oh, okay. So we can definitely go over that one. So I don't know if we want to do Wild Void first, Galactic Rodents of Mayhem. If there's a really big call for system crash or whatever it is, I suppose we can go over that. But
Crash the System number 1.
Crash the System.
Yeah. don't think I've heard of that one.
That one is done by, or at least has past associations with a group that does not get along well currently with Comicsgate, or at least the majority of Comicsgate. All right, so we have some people is saying we can skip Crash. That's good. All right, so we do Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo for the other two. See which one's first. Or we'll just go with the Wild Void since we already started that one, and maybe that one will go pretty quick.
Sure show, baby. You call it.
All right, let's go with Wild Void. We'll look at that one a little bit closer. So yeah, this one we did touch upon last week. It had quite the high goal. What was it, like 18,000?
Yeah, very specific. $18,622.
Yeah, it's because he's in Austria, so I'm sure it's in another currency, and it's just converted to something that's a little crazy on our end. So yeah, the video looks nice. Did we actually look at the video last time?
I don't think we looked at the video. We looked at I think we checked the shipping and briefly, like really fast, went over the page. If I recall. Would you like to view the video?
Yeah, let's do it. Hang on one sec, though. Someone points out that eeny, meeny, miny, mo, if it lands on Mo, I flip prom.
Points for persistence, Mo.
Yes. He definitely is that. All right, go ahead for the video.
All right. Whoops, here we go. Try this again.
Earth year 2533, Gemini system. It's been a few years since the implosion of the Terran Empire. Gunnar, a freelancer and former detective, is roaming the frontiers to make ends meet by offering what he does best: investigating, tracking, and recovering. This time, Gunnar ends up on Gemini 2 to hand over one of the Void's many scumbags to the last high-security prison remaining, Hell's Maw. But it turns out, Gunnar is in the wrong place at the wrong time, and a catastrophic event will change everything. A man stranded with nowhere to go, and only a revolver, a sharp mind, and confidence to get it all under control again. It's going to be sexy, badass, and wild. Wild Void. Order now.
How wild do eye drops get?
All right.
I can hear the synthwave. I wonder if that's who did it, because I see the Tyler Klein at the end. Oh,
okay.
I don't think it was a bad video. I think the art in the video is okay. Nothing super like you really need to see it, but the very first page that they have is kind of, I don't know if that's a cover. I suppose we can look at.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's gonna be. Yeah, it's a cover. That image, because you made the statement last time. You said, "Oh, there's a big difference between the cover and the interior pages."
Yeah. Hey, thanks for joining. Sorry, I was looking at Arrogant Apes saying that he is in the right place at the right time, but then my eyes caught Snuggy's comment about proctological exams are
sexy. It did make me snicker. I don't know why. It just it's gonna be sexy. It just cracked me up.
Right. Well, maybe because it's talking about there's the romance of the wild kind or something. Right. I don't know.
Wild.
So we did go over. I feel weird saying we keep talking about what we referred to last week. The headers and the fact that they move. I like the theme. This campaign is set up and has a theme, which is attractive. I like that. It's. I don't know if they're investing too much in the look of their campaign, maybe, but I suppose if you're asking $18,000 for your campaign, you want something that's going to look like you're capable to provide something that's of a decent quality.
I agree with that too. And they even had the, the kind of the computerized glitchy stuff in the trailer, and then you have this stuff here. And then the pink and black theme kind of going throughout, so it's attractive.
Oh, he even has the shipping listed right in the beginning.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I thought that was a nice little bonus.
All right, so he has loading as part of the thing. So the Grave Eye Origins is an 80-plus story pages graphic novel in the first book of the Wild Void universe. In addition to the story, it will contain several pages of bonus material, concept arts, lore, etc. It will be printed as a very high quality paperback. Explore a post-apocalyptic sci-fi world through freelance and former detective Gunnar. If you like Blade Runner, Escape from New York, Blade, Riddick, and Mad Max, this is for you. The retro style and vibrant colors combined with themes such as detectives' work and mecha make this book a truly unique mixture you don't want to miss. Being a unicorn in terms of style themes is great, but we see our main strength in world building, character development, and storytelling, and thus creating a complete immersive experience. I don't know if I like it or not.
It's a good comprehensive description of a lot of things, but maybe not
I think it
much
needs more
for the
focus.
story.
Yeah, I think it needs more focus. I don't know if I like the shipping listed there. It is kind of neat, but I don't know if I'd put it that high there. Although, did you notice they have the warning? Indiegogo has added an automatic tip feature to their checkout. For now, it seems that we as creators cannot opt out of it. To pay the prices listed here, items and shipping, just set the Indiegogo tip amount to 0. So that is kind of...
that's good, and they've got it pretty high up on the page, so
yeah,
I think that's important.
So thank you to those new ones that have joined. I see Skip, and I see what you're trying to do there, Skip. I see Philip.
I'm missing all the good stuff. What's happening?
Oh, I think he's trying to get. I think he's trying to get on my bad side. He comes in and says, "Hello, friends," and Amanda B.
Not a good way to kick it off for Skip.
He keeps talking about how he has me blocked in chats too. Little does he know that I can see all of them. And he says things right when I say something in chat. So I don't know. Something's a little sus there, Skip. All right. I don't know if you want to scroll down a little.
Yes. So preview, kind of small images of all the pages.
I don't know if they'd be all,
anything happen when you...
Nope.
Right.
I wonder if they do this more so you can see an example, because that's really small if they're trying to show you an example. Or if they're trying to show you that they've accomplished, at least 29 pages or however it's set up. Because
colored and lettered. Okay, so I don't think I see any lettering on those. Oh, yeah, you do. Okay, there. And then there was here that you could read. There's a little link.
Oh, that's right. So that is nice to have a little, you can read 20 pages of story to see if it's right up your alley. I do like how they do that.
Yeah. There's that cover, and it's labeled covers, so that's good.
That is nice. I do like that, because I know there was a campaign not that long ago that we were looking at it and being like, is this a pinup? Is this a cover? Is this we don't know what this is.
All right. Wild Void Gray Eye Origins. I almost said oranges. Gray Eye Origins.
Keep
Alexander Paul Rico. Classic cover.
I wonder if he does, or they're going to do like black and white, because usually when I see like a classic cover that doesn't have colors, it makes me think the interiors are not going to have colors.
Okay, so this is the exclusive version. Won't be available again.
Reminds me of a PTP style, like a Johnny Phantasm setup. I think it's more of the like the 90s or 80s, probably closer to the 80s
80s.
colors.
Yep. Yeah, I probably had a couple of T-shirts with that sun in the background.
You press your hand on it and it changes color.
Yeah. Oh God, what were those
the
called?
Thermal, the color.
Yeah.
Mo, I'm sure you know it.
Exclusive retro wave version won't be available again. Okay. And then here's page examples.
So Mo says, I just saw another request. Where did I see? Mo says that it was in color. He read the preview book. There we go.
Okay. It looks like he said it was decent too.
Was decent. There you go.
A little more complexity down here.
Yeah. I said now I'm not an artist, so I don't know, the transitions and the best angles and if the lighting is 100% and the focus points, but I can tell you that I do like seeing a variety of the angles and setup of the pages. Like, how interesting is seeing many pages back to back of, like 9 panels on a page, and they're all, of equal size and whatnot.
Too uniform.
Yeah.
Well, there he is with the eyedroppers, and it looks like maybe that has something to do with the gray eye thing.
Maybe.
Because dude's kind of like, hey, I got what you need.
So there are some requests to pull up the preview. I don't know if you want to do that.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Wonder if it's very similar to what we're seeing for preview pages.
Okay, 29 pages. Isn't that
It even
cool?
has the page turn sound. I like it.
I'm easily impressed, I guess, but I like it.
Hello to ACC and Rob who have joined. All right, so keep going. I don't know that we need to do a dramatic reading like
a new dawn
Mo is asking for.
Okay.
Maybe someday. I do like how it's set up to impersonate a actual, reading of a comic. Because you do have the nice 2 pages there. Because I know some digitals that I get, it's just you're scrolling up and you're scrolling down, so you can't see those double page spreads as they're intended or anything like that. So I do like this. Like that. How that wouldn't look as great on a,
if you're scrolling down,
yeah.
Like, okay.
Or sometimes they do have it set up as a single page, but it's like, because of the way it's set up, it's a much smaller page than if it was going the vertical versus horizontal. Hey, Atheline. So yeah, this looks decent.
Yeah. That looks pretty good.
There's the wild, or no, the sexy. There's the sexy. Look at that cute heart pillow in the background.
I know. Naughty, but all the proper parts are covered.
My guess is that's her bed with the heart pillow. That's definitely screaming female.
Yeah.
So George asked a question in the chat, and I'm sorry I'm not pulling some of these up. Who needs a bookmark for a comic book? Well, I can tell you that this girl has a couple books that has the bag and board in between some pages in the comic books that I'm trying to get through or referencing or whatnot. So
I bet you have a lot of
bookmarks. I have a lot of bookmarks, but it's funny. I'm using the bag because that's what I have handy. Once I get bookmarks, they kind of go in my little tchotchke box, not to be used again.
To keep them preserved.
So yeah. Rob is pointing out that the main character looks very similar to him.
Oh yeah, I think that was somebody pointed that out last time. So they couldn't help but notice.
Are you a past detective?
He's just an
I
inspiration
wonder if
to
that's
us all.
just chapter 1, or how's it set up?
Yeah, I would have to sit and read, were those all, actually consecutive pages that they had done so far? And I think we saw it was going to be 80 pages, so it's a nice chunk of the book they're sharing there.
Yeah. James says, unless they skip some, no, because they said the first few, so I don't think they'd be skipping any. James points out the winter jacket that he's wearing. Kind of reminds me of Vin Diesel's jacket in Triple X, which is an awesome movie, by the way. I get made fun of because it's like one of my favorites.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
You have not?
Mm-mm.
How have you not seen Triple X?
I don't know. Like, I like Vin Diesel in the Fast and Furious movies, and then I sort of felt like he was the same guy playing different roles, or the same character for different movies.
Are you
in
saying
some of
he
them.
didn't have no depth or variety?
Yeah, I don't want to get into the movie critic angle, but
well, it probably doesn't help that he's in
I'm wondering
all of it, but 9 Fast
easy
and
on the
Furious.
eyes, if he's easy to look at, if that doesn't influence you a little bit, Amanda.
Right. All right, so we can get out of the preview.
Yeah.
Unless anybody has any questions in regards to that.
Let's see. Did I just need to go back? Hang on. Let me. Where am I? I have the dual screens, but I lose my mouse every now and again. Okay, shit.
I think if
you
just close can you just close? Oh no, you are gonna.
No,
lose
I
it,
can't.
aren't you?
That's what I was kind of looking for. Like,
well, you can stop sharing and then get yourself situated or whatever.
No, we'll just
so Jarroy points out that Triple X2 with Ice Cube was abysmal, though. Yeah, no, it didn't quite live up to the same thing. But I love action movies, and they don't have to be like the world's greatest movies, but give me, action, fights, blow ups, and humor. You gotta add the humor, like the one line wisecracks, and I just love those type of action movies.
That's I like them when they're edge of your seat, when you're waiting for something to happen. If it's just a whole lot of shooting and not really a lot of point, I'm kind of out. But if there's suspense, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Those are my favorite.
So they got a bust going on. It seems like everybody is doing sculptures these days. Have you backed a book solely for the sculpture, and has anybody in the chat backed a book because the sculpture looks so awesome?
Solely for the sculpture.
Well, I suppose maybe you're backing the book and then they offer you the sculpture and you're like, yep, I'm going to add that on too. Something aside from it being a stretch goal of it being a small one that they're giving to you. Have you intentionally bought?
I have not, for the product. Yeah. And I mean, how big is this? I don't know if that would be something. I like the smaller ones, obviously, because you could put them on a shelf and collect them at this. I mean, is this full size?
It doesn't say the size, but it's shown up against a trading card. So it almost looks like it'd be the same size as a trading card.
Yeah.
If not, that picture's deceiving.
Order until October 31st for the rewards above.
Oh, we're already over the deadline.
Yeah, early bird.
Because they're not the early bird stuff.
Yeah, I didn't read that. All right, well, it's out of the question then.
Sexy classic. Badass, but I don't know.
Oh, that's right. This one had the cassette tape.
And it makes it badass. I wonder, okay, so the images of the people, are those stickers, or are those just they're getting creative with their images throwing in? Because it is a little confusing that they're there. My guess is they're just there. It looks like
they're just getting, they're there for decoration.
There's the sexy girl, there's the badass guy, and there's the legend with all those abs. It is nice how they break it down.
Yeah, that's nice. Wanted poster. There's the pusher. The immortal supporter.
So aside from all the Vin Diesel and movie talk that's going on, Jaro did answer the question saying, nope, call me old-fashioned, but I back comics for the comics.
Yeah.
And that I agree with you. I haven't backed anything nor paid for any sculpture. I've seen some that have looked really cool, but in my mind, I'm like, do I really need to spend that money for it? And where am I going to put it? I'm like, I'm not a sculpture collector. So, although I did come close to buying the Exiled character that came with the Exiled book. I thought that was actually a decent price on it. I think they put like $50 on it or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was close, but I'm like, again, it came down to, do I really need it? No. So I
would think if it came in a bundle, I would be, if I was really, and I'm going to buy a bundle if I'm really excited about the project. Yeah, if it came with it, I don't see myself going after a sculpture separately for me. Or even, but I haven't done, I haven't bought a t-shirt or anything that I've gotten like that. It's been buying with a bundle. I don't think I have yet to add on anything that wasn't a comic.
Right.
But I'm still new and I'm still kind of, feeling
I do
my
like
way
the
around.
breakdown.
Yeah.
I will give them that. They're doing well with the setup of the campaign, but there's a lot. They're not making it very easy decisions for a first time buyer, first time. Oh, look at all the differences.
They do give you the size 4-inch, so it's not a ginormous sculpture that's going to be sitting on your desk scaring you.
But they're all different.
Right? Isn't it just different angles?
Oh, is it? Well, one looks like he's looking up. One looks like he's looking down. One looks like he's looking straight, I suppose. No,
I think it's just the camera.
No, doesn't
angle.
the upper right one look like he's looking straight out, and then the one to the left of that is looking like he's looking down?
Yeah, slightly, I guess.
I wonder if they're offering different ones. Uh-oh, did I skip a Mo thing? He's asking if you've been shadow banned. I see you helping out in the chat, Mo. Oh, the Crom perks, Crom shoes. Yeah. No, they had a lot of... We commented how that was kind of crazy for a first-time campaign to have all that extra stuff. But you also have cases like Aerith. Aerith hasn't been out for very long, and people are liking the cassette tapes that come with it, the gaming cartridges that I don't believe you can even use. Same thing for Tiger Blue that has gaming cartridges that you can't use. And they're only, well, they came out even from the first one, but they're only 2 issues deep, and people like them. So I guess it's to each his own, I guess.
So it's pretty hefty stretch goals there.
They're hoping that they get a lot, yeah. But I suppose if they had the success like, Shane Davis or something, those could be some some warranted stretch goals. But now they just look like they were hoping for a lot more than they got. So this is a prime example as to why you should probably wait a little bit on your stretch goals. Get them planned out, but don't post them publicly.
Songs will be added to the cassette, but also available for everyone on YouTube. I remember seeing that last week. Number 2, stretch goal, realistic gunner poster. Okay.
And then you got them with their pets. That definitely makes them look more trustworthy. Actually, I'm wondering if that's why they did it. Like, hey, look at us with our pets. You can trust us with your money. Maybe?
4 years working on a game. Okay, so they're also in the game design and development business. And
we looked at their YouTube page last time, and their YouTube page did not have like a lot of subscribers, which, you would think they would be like somebody that had 50,000 or more YouTube subscribers, and here they are thinking that all of their following is going to be back in their book, so that's why they're putting it at 18,000 or whatever. And maybe they did budget out everything, because maybe these are the writers, and they need to pay their artists for all this stuff and need to pay for all those add-ons, and that could be why their goal is high. But I'm pretty much with George when he says this book doesn't look bad at all, but the campaign goal completely turns me off. And then James did point out earlier that, at least I think it was James, somebody said that there was only a few days left, and they haven't met their funding goal yet. Like, they're quite a ways away from it, and that's a bit discouraging, because somebody could be like, "Oh, this looks good, I want to back it," but then they're looking like, "Oh, they need to make another $16,000 before I get it. So what's the point?" So yeah, they're looking at that uphill climb and therefore not backing.
6 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
And only at 10%. So.
Oh, I guess
that's a shame.
I did not see the question, and Mo is being serious. You guys didn't answer my question from earlier. Do you think people might be burned out on this book because of all the shows the creator is going on? Yeah, they're seeing it everywhere.
Really?
He's being
sarcastic.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what? Are you for real? I know. Mo gets me sometimes. I start to take him seriously.
Oh, he did? I was being sarcastic, although he did go on Bancroft to promote his mill. I must have missed that episode. So he is, oh wait, is this the one that, oh, what's her name? Sheila Aliens, her friend. Is this the one that she invited on, or hooked Bancroft up with to get him on the show? Is that this person? Because I do remember the example, but I didn't actually watch the show very closely. But Mo could probably answer that. And so yeah, you want to see what's the series of the Badass bundle? You get what? A lot of stuff. What's the basic book cost? Sexy Classic. Oh, Mo says it's not that guy. Okay.
27.
Then I don't remember seeing this guy going on Bancrofts. Oh, unless it was it when he was doing the, like, a big panel of a bunch of people coming on to promote things? But that was like a while ago. So it's $27 US, which is $2 more than what people would standard Comicsgate comics book. And then you get 80 pages of story, and then they said a bunch of extra pages, but they didn't specify. Shipping next August, although not if they don't make $16,000 in a few days. Okay. What is the
shipping costs?
I'm sure Mo loves explaining his jokes and comments. Sorry, Mo. I wasn't quite up on that.
There's only so much we could do on a Sunday afternoon, Mo.
Yeah. In case you missed it, Mo, I'm running on a little bit of a headache, so my pickup is not as quick as it can be sometimes, maybe. What was shipping? Oh no, shipping was 12. That's right.
12
right
US,
over to the side. So that's not, I suppose,
it's really low.
All in all, that's not bad. Yeah, because you're paying $27 for the book, $12 for the shipping, so you're looking at what, $39?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's not too far off what I have often paid for books, and that's coming from another country.
Right.
But it is a shame that he's not quite there yet. And exactly. So, whoops. Mo points out this is probably the greatest issue that this gentleman is having. He's put together a solid-looking book, but didn't lay the promotional groundwork to do the sort of numbers he's wanting. Although, even as a, not to take away the fact that it probably costs this much to do this book, maybe you could do it a little bit on the cheaper. Who knows? But I think it's very rare to find first-time creators making anywhere near 18,000. So there definitely is like a little intro book they might want to be looking at.
Yeah.
Something that's a little bit more attainable and budget friendly and all this. But, it is a decent looking book. I suppose if that lightning did catch, he could be funded right now. I know. Hey, I know.
Well, it's giving you a hangover cure. A sure thing.
I don't have a hangover, though. I did have a drink last night, but it was one drink, and I drank it like the whole 4 hours. All right. So are we good with this? Do we want to look at? I think we're good because
I think,
we
yeah.
got the basics. We covered the basics. It's gonna be a miracle if they get their goal. Actually, wait before you go. Look at the updates. See if they've said anything in regards to not making it in their plans.
Nope.
Why does it show updates? Oh, it says 0. It looks
Yep.
like 9 to me. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Because it would be nice if they're like, hey, we got 6 days left to go. The aim is high, but here's plan B if it doesn't happen. Although there is still time for that to come.
So they were asked if there was any chance of getting a digital copy, and they said no, I guess.
Interesting, considering they put like half of it out as a preview. But what was their most expensive? Go back
Well,
to
it says
their
they'll
shipping.
think about it. Their most expensive was Rest of World at $19.
Yeah, see, that's actually cheaper than most of your normal standard shipping that you see these days. So there.
When you're in Austria, maybe it's just puts them a little more centrally located. So when you're shipping to places like Singapore, and
it is probably a lot cheaper to ship from the UK than to the UK or to Australia from the US. All right.
Mo has a really big chat there.
Yeah, you know what it's in regards
to? Of course I do.
It's best to play both Crom trailers so you get the full content. The first setups his catchphrase, I'm the little green dude with a bad attitude, which pays off in the second trailer. It's a twofer. And then he interrupts himself, breaking the fourth wall. I think we're good. All right. So the other one we were going to look at was... Oh, crap.
It was up here, wasn't it?
My memory. Yeah, it was...
Oh, Grom.
Higher. Yeah, Grom. I don't know if Stumo is still here. I know he mentioned it previously in chats. I do like their headers, Zade. So Phil is saying, should I do animated headers on our next campaign? I like the looks of it. Cool. But don't overdo the GIFs, because I don't know if anybody else did, but the Krishna kid had one too many GIFs going, and I seriously could not take looking at that page for long.
Just couldn't deal with it, huh?
Yep. All right. So the Galactic Rodents of Mayhem. This gentleman was on Bancrofts the other day. I have seen him on Twitter, so I know he has a presence on Twitter. I don't know if I've seen him in the chats recently, though. Trying to think when's the last time.
Might hear my dog bark, so I might have
to. Not that.
Oh, yeah. I hear doors closing outside, and I'm like, here it comes.
James says he hasn't seen Gilly around in forever. I'm wondering if it's just that he has been. Maybe he's been busy on this, or maybe it's, circles change. So I'm not sure if he's... Zaid points out that he only comes around to campaign.
Well, I do like the little tag here at Grom's ongoing Saturday morning comic book, love letter to our awesome childhoods of the 80s, 90s.
Yes and no. I can see where that would attract me, being a child of the 80s and 90s, but you're kind of restricting your...
That's true.
Your, what do you want to call it? Your focus, who you want to grab, because, what happens if you're a 15-year-old kid that wants this or something,
They should be looking at Saturday morning comics from our childhood from the 80s and 90s.
Right.
I just don't know what's good for them.
That's another perk of the show there, Snuggie. Taking notes for those that are creating campaigns. All right, so let's. You want to play that
video
trailer? Yeah.
Let's do it.
Galactic Rodents of Mayhem is a comic book love letter to video games, anime, and Saturday morning cartoons. That's why, when compared to the competition, our comic book is bigger and better. More room for our awesome art and killer story. I mean, look at that. It's like you pressed pause on an anime. Oh, and never ever call them rats. They are capybaras. Space capybaras. Wait, what? Some of you don't even know what a capybara is? Oh, come on! Okay, here goes. Capybaras are the largest rodents in the world.
Gross.
They can swim and hold their breath for up to 5
they're
minutes
cute.
underwater.
I don't know.
Oh, and they are super chill.
They're really big.
Along with almost every animal you can think of, even crocodiles. Can you believe it? Oh, except snakes. They hate snakes. Our story is centered around 3 capybara bounty hunters, Bash, Ripple, and Mona Lisa, and their gunslinger gecko dad, Gangon. They are on the run after an interstellar bounty has been suddenly placed on their heads by a sinister figure from the past who goes by Dark Raider. They're dodging everything from sniper vipers to turtle ninjas, a hulking street shark, even a fox in a star t-shirt. Are you getting it? The references? Don't let them fly over your head. This comic is driven by passion, fueled by the good old days where stories weren't just meant to push toys. So please, if you like what you see, consider supporting the work of our culturally diverse creative team and sharing the awesome Grom news. There have been those who are keen on keeping our amazing capybaras in the darkness, away from watchful eyes, intimidated by their unapologetic coolness. We must rise above and go beyond our potential. To do that, we need your help. So please join the Mayhem Army today and support your Galactic Rodents of Mayhem.
All right. Sorry, hope everybody didn't need or want to watch that, but that's fun. This is like a made for Kickstarter video. Because
they 4 minutes,
they got the going into a lot of detail, the talking over. I do like the music in the very beginning. I think it's very catchy. It definitely, as AA pointed out, it gives the theme that's on point to like the 80s, 90s cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I could see this in the lineup right next to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I don't know.
I was gonna say kudos for putting the effort into writing a song that, tells about all the characters and all that, like Ape was saying. My mind though went immediately to like, well, there's obviously a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing in there, but I saw the fox. I immediately was like, that looks like Smokey the Fox. And then the shark, I'm like, that looks like Ace.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Now, Jaro points out that he wishes the art was a little bit more cartoony. I'm wondering if that's to help with like an age thing. See, I kind of like the art on this, but I don't know.
It almost, and it might have just been me and bad eyes, but it looked almost like there was varying style throughout. It didn't look consistent in some of the images in the video.
Oh,
Was it
maybe.
me?
I didn't pick up on that.
Okay.
But that's probably not just you. I don't know if he has different artists doing different issues, and therefore he's pulling, or whoever is, not necessarily him, is pulling images from the different books, because this is what, 3, 4? Like I think we're in. This isn't just the first one, I don't think.
Yeah. Now see, this all looks consistent to me as I'm going through, but then I think maybe it was one of the like space type of scenes where I was like, oh, that looks a little more cartoony right there, I think was what was catching my eye. And then, went right to like an image of that. And I was like, oh, well, that's different.
All right. So we do have some sentiments in the chat that basically sounding like Gilliam might come on just to do the shilling, but not the helping the sell himself. Just trying to sell the book, but not helping to sell himself. Why does he say anime? Nothing looks anime.
I know. I think Mo's eye probably started to twitch. And he said, no, this doesn't look anything like anime. Here we go. Doesn't this look a little different? I don't know if this is a cover or what.
No, that one does look a little more cartoonish than some of the other stuff. You're right.
Got a worm.
I don't know if it's because he's white and therefore you don't see the rendering of the fur on the face as much. I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting. I like that.
Hello, Chiaki. Mo said this earlier. I gotta point this one out. I'm a little behind. So Mo says they get along with crocodiles because they taste terrible. Snakes don't care because they swallow their food whole. But yeah, you're right. Street sharks. It seems like they're pulling a lot of stuff from surrounding, not necessarily from like surrounding CG stuff, but the Ninja Turtles, the characters that are out there, but not necessarily that they're taking the characters, just more of a
right. It's coincidental. And then Mo said Earthworm Jim tribute.
Wait, what?
Mo's comment at the very bottom. He said the worm was a tribute to Earthworm Jim.
I don't know. Could be. Although, didn't he? I'm wondering if he's one of the ones that was in those chats, and maybe that's why there's an Earthworm tribute. I'm not sure. Like if he hung out with those channels and the Earthworm Jim creator, escaping my mind at the moment. Doug, right? Doug.
I can't be asked questions on stream.
That's okay. I'm showing my ignorance for not knowing either. Although one of the reasons why I appreciate Mo here is because he tends to have all the answers. There we go. Doug Tonightle. Thank you. All right, so Nick has a question up here, but I think it's on something else. But anyways, so anyone know anything about Wild Saber Unleashed? It's funded, and I don't know much about the creator, but it looks pretty cool. We didn't pull it up, sorry, and I haven't seen it yet either. Yucky seems to think. Hang on. Do I have background noise? Can anybody hear the background noise?
I'm going outside.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, I think I hear someone talking, but I can't. She wasn't talking to me, so I wasn't sure if others could hear it. She's talking to herself. So Yucky's asked, don't these books also release through Diamond? I don't know. I actually don't know enough about this person. I don't know if anybody else has that answer.
Maybe it's in the campaign somewhere.
Yeah.
So they do give a little tiny bit of.
No, I do. This name, Snuggy said Doug Ernst, and that name came to mind. But no, he is the one that does Is it Shadow? No, Soul Finder? Soul Finder. He's the one that does that, correct? I suppose someone can correct me on that, but I was thinking, I'm like, Duggars. I'm like, no, that's not the right one.
Is American Bliss is already in its last 11 hours.
Yeah, he's only doing 30 days, though. That's why. So American Bliss's last 11 hours,
Okay.
nearing 9K. Thank you for all who supported us. So yeah, he's on his first 30, and he's not doing a second 30. Not quite sure what the thing is behind that, but and I'm surprised he says he's not going in demand either, which is different because he's done that with all his other books. So, Dave, if you want to explain yourself.
I feel like that was one that I looked for and discovered was Shadow Band at one time. Like
American
when I
Bliss,
first went to look for it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So 80s is pointing out that he's already sold the trade paperback. Now he's selling the floppies for $30 for 30 pages. Who is this? This Gilly? He already sold the trade paperback. Now he's selling the floppies. Oh, that's $30 for 30-page floppy is a bit expensive. Is that Gilly you're talking about, 80s? All right, so Dave is going to have a closeout stream for American Bliss.
Nice.
George is pointing out, yep, the chat is right. Galactic, Rodents, and Mayhem is a Scout comic book. It's $2 right now online at the retailer I buy from online. Yeah, so after their first campaign, they got a deal with the Arrow Comics, I think, and a Diamond deal. Split the book into issues. There was some back issues with that, if I recall correctly. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, Arrow likes to split their books. Isn't that what they're doing? Only Death Can Save Us? Hang on, I'm gonna mute myself. I got a frog on my throat.
Oh, I just clear my throat right here in front of everybody. I do mute if I have to cough.
Well, I was sloshing water and then I coughed, and yeah. I figured I didn't need everybody hearing that. I don't particularly enjoy it when I hear others doing it.
That is one of the nice things about a Yeti mic, is that it's got a little mute button on the mic itself. So you can just kind of secretly mute yourself and cough your brains out and then come back.
Unless you're on camera, and then
unless you're the host. And that's true, yeah.
So I guess Phil is pointing out that when they did Scout Comics, it kind of gave him the Red Rooster vibes. I don't know. All right. So it sounds like some of the stuff that, if I'm interpreting what everybody's saying correctly, and this is my opinion, not necessarily theirs, there could be some shady stuff going on, or at least some shady vibes. Might not be shady intentions, but some shady vibes coming around for this shill. Hey PR, thanks for joining. All right, so what do we got? Some interior pages, or?
Yeah, I was just kind of so far. There we go.
The interior pages, I think, look good.
Yeah. Preview. Yeah, see, that looks different than the trailer. It looks better to me. Brighter.
I wonder if they use some of the images from previous books and this is a different artist. The rewards. Pre-print for every physical Grom backer. Now, if they weren't... Oh no, that was the other one. I'm like, if they're not offering a digital, why are they specifying physical here?
But... Oh yeah. No, I think this one does have a digital.
Missed out on Grom Volume 1. Catch up with issues 1 through 4 of our Creators Cut series, featured in our All the Grom bundle perk.
Yep.
So Mo pitched his show idea to Jim, and then Jim comes back with, drop your socks and grab your cocks. It's time for Cocks on Cocks.
Come on,
I think
Jim,
it works genius. For me, Jim.
I fully support this endeavor.
Yeah.
It's got a little ring to it.
And then George says Mo has broken his brain. He thought it said Crom. See? Mo talks about it long enough, it materializes.
Right. You'll be seeing it everywhere. Breadcrumbs. Yeah. All the mayhem you can't handle.
So is he setting up, or whomever set up the page, it's like the tiers, but they almost look like they're pages? Like, I don't quite get the order that he's going and what he's doing.
It looks like but it doesn't look like a breakdown of the tiers, though.
Yeah.
How many tiers? Because there weren't a lot of tiers. Oh, there are a lot of tiers. Maybe I'm thinking of the last one.
No more tiers. I don't know. This setup here is looking a little on the confusing side, in my opinion. Like, I think it could be a little bit more trimmed to the point.
Yeah, there's like a full page for each cover, and
like, it's nice that he gives all these examples and stuff, but I'm looking at it like I already forgot the 5 examples previously that he's talked about because there's a lot of information there. But this is also campaign number what? It's not the first campaign. They're on 5, 6, something like that. So
6, I think, is what I saw.
I suppose having a lot of stuff for the previous backers, they might want it. You know, get enough of a following. At $8,500, backers get a Grom mini fold-out video game poster and a Pixel Bash sticker. Pixel Bash must be a character. 10,000, 15,000. All right. What are we at for a goal?
So 50%, 7,500 fixed. 3768 with 54 backers. 7 days left.
So Arrogant 8 points out Gym Socks with Jim Cox could be a solid CG fitness channel. That might give Phil the wrong impression, though, AA. Talking about Gym Socks. And I gotta mute because I got a person tapping on my shoulder. Hang on.
Okay. These are fun. So, Jim, I mean, even if you don't create these shows, somebody should get on there and at least create trailers for these because that would be funny.
It's the end of the world because we can't find a mug. Sorry.
A particular mug?
Yeah, a mug with a snowflake. She's excited because it's snowing out.
Oh, she's got to set the tone.
Yeah. Although I don't know what she's putting in the mug. Maybe she's trying to do hot cocoa. I'm cold from being outside. All right, so
And then, did you want to look at tiers?
Yep, let's look at tiers.
Okay. Whoop! All the Grom bundle.
Practically Canada, Jim.
It's snowing.
Last night on the awards show, Vanessa kept changing where I was living, but it was always Canada. So everybody was like, "You live in Canada? I didn't think you were Canadian. I thought you were American." So I had to be like, Vanessa likes to embellish.
Now, did you guys, because New York had like record-breaking snow.
Yeah, but their record-breaking snow is because they got the lake effect. Like, that area has some pretty heavy snowfalls for the area that they are.
I thought you were going to say, yeah, but their record-breaking snow is like a Saturday.
Yeah.
For me, a regular
No. I live on the coast, so I actually get some of the warmer ocean waters that alleviate some of the snowstorms that we would potentially get. But 3 hours away, where my hometown is, there could be like 3 feet of snow, and then we get like 4 inches here that will melt the next day or something like that.
Yeah.
So. All right. Capybaras. So all the Grom. Wait, that's the featured. Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's
$60 for all the featured. It's nice to put it in that $50 to $70 range. All the Grom is just all the individual books. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yep, looks like five. What did the trap cover? A physical. Yeah, 5 books, an art print, and a trading card.
Of course you do PR. I don't have any Jim Beam here.
Jim Beam in a snowflake mug. Mom, it's freezing. Getting some beam. Gilly's been grinding in the underground comic arena for almost a decade. He also personally packages and ships every single book that goes out.
Show him some love.
Heartfelt tip, and then you got your digital.
There is a digital copy. All right, what is it for the digital? Everything, or just the Rat Trap, which is after 1 through 4. So what, issue 5? Is that what I'm understanding this to be?
Oh, yes. Did I understand that right? Issue number 5. Yeah, I think so.
It's Grom, Rat Trap, and then it has the 1 through 4. Okay, so we're on number 5. All right, keep going. I wouldn't get that one. I would want something that would need everything.
Cover a pre-order?
Aren't they all pre-orders? Hard copy of Grom, Rat Trap. Over 32 pages. Wait a second. Didn't he talk about... No, that was the other book. Why do I keep mixing things up? I'm like, didn't they talk about being 80 pages? When did it go from 80 pages to 32?
I did that once today, too. They decided it wasn't worth it. No, we'll give them 32.
Hard copy of...
Yeah, okay, so this is for a hard copy.
I don't know that I would want a hard copy at 32 pages. That's like a really thin book to put in a hardcover. But I suppose there are some people that want it. There's 15 claimed.
And then...
Hey, Vanessa.
Catching up.
Oh, Sumo points out that the split up floppies are also director's cuts with extra stuff in it.
Okay.
Keep on going. They're talking about my love life and alcoholism.
I know. I was like, blueberry moonshine girl. Okay, so 1 through 5 digital for $35.
That's what? Not even $5. That's more than $5 a book. I suppose it's not that bad. But for me, like, granted, I know you're getting more than one book, but this is where I would, like, do I want to pay the $35 or do I not? Although in that case, the She Omnibus, before he did the Omnibus, he offered a catalog of his She works that was $35. It was all of the WOW, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. So it was before, like, the Haikyo and Shakura came out, and I think there was another set of She books that was not included in it. So I think there was 12 books. I could be wrong, but there was quite a few books in it, and I paid $35 for it, and that was She. Yeah, The Way of the Warrior. Thank you.
Felt worth it? You weren't sorry after you
I was right with the WOW. I actually haven't read it yet. But I end up backing the omnibus too, so I have a physical.
Yeah.
I got you.
I know Good Stuff is a strict policy of never reading the digital before the physical comes.
Yeah, well, it is nice to have the digital, because I will back both, and some people are aware of my my methods of madness with the fact that I'm hesitant on investing $35 into a hardcover because I'm not completely sold on the creator or the work, but I'm curious enough. So if they have a decent price on the digital, I buy it. I'm slacking on all my digitals to tell you the truth. I have read some digitals that I backed, but I'm definitely getting that build up, especially as of late. But same thing for the physical books. But they are nice. So like if you're on a plane or if you're somewhere with like at work or something, and you might have some spare time, that you're not lugging around comic books, that you're just kind of reading digitally, or if you're
sitting in the doctor's office. Exactly, that was exactly what I was thinking. I'm like sitting in the doctor's office.
Yeah, although
feeling all awkward, waiting for an hour.
Do you? Maybe it's just me. I do feel kind of, if I was to pull out a comic book, I am a little sensitive as to where I pull out a comic book.
I mean,
being a 43-year-old lady, what's she reading? It's not Cosmo.
Exactly.
Although
I mean, I don't
probably
think
would
it's
feel a little odd
anything that
reading
I
a
would.
Cosmo too, but
I mean, I'd be less likely to pull out a tampon in public than I would be to pull out, a comic. I mean, I don't. You probably get a lot of younger people going, "Check her out, she's cool," and then
you think that's what they're thinking?
and the older ladies going, "What is the world coming to?"
All right,
Sweetheart,
chat.
they have plenty of Newsweek.
What do you? Yeah, right. What do you think of if you were to see like people out in the wild just reading comic books at the doctor's office, or are you one of them? So you think that everything is absolutely natural when that happens? Oh, I think George is one of those people. What's that supposed to mean? He's absolutely fine with pulling out a comic book in
Right.
public. But I usually whenever I've read a comic book, it's been in the comfort of my own home. I have done it when I'm on vacation with my family. So I've read it in front of like my immediate family, mom, dad, brother, whatever. But I think it's I don't think I've done it anywhere else, to tell you the truth.
I mean, it has a good point, or Vanessa has a good point that you haven't reached that peak don't care phase yet. I feel like I reached that a couple of years ago where I just was like, whatever. Like
Probably, yeah.
whatever. Like I just don't care.
wanna
Like
be
I'm too old to
judged.
care. Whatever.
Mo Big's like, oh, she meant the comic. I was thinking, check her out. She's cool for pulling out a tampon. Yeah, that means they haven't reached menopause yet, Mo. Woo! Celebrations. Read a Sandman if you want to meet chicks, because they like that dark comics. George points out that he reads his comic books at his desk during his lunch breaks. The Neil Gaiman novels, they got adapted into Netflix, but I have a Sandman. George bought it for me. It's they're a little bit on the darker side of a series.
Okay.
JP points out women love seeing his long box. Hello, JP, and I'm not sure if you've been here for a while, but I know I haven't said hi to you yet. Let's see. Arrogant Ape says he impresses all the park moms with his Chainsaw Man books. Yeah, I'm sure that's a great combo starter.
Sitting all alone on a bench.
Yeah. That man's looking a little psychotic. Johnny, come over here. Don't talk to this strange man.
Don't go over by that weird man.
Look at all the blood in those comics. Although, is Chainsaw Man in black and white, or is it in color? Because if it's like in color, they'll be like glancing over your shoulder, like, "What are you reading?" Oh my god, this man is like, sadistic. Or a what do you want to call it? Serial killer in training. Yeah. So James says, I probably wouldn't pull out a comic book anywhere other than home. Okay, so James has that I care attitude about other stuff. So women reading a comic in public, I'd ask them for their digits. Maybe I should be doing it more often then.
There you go.
Let's see.
We need to form an experiment, Amanda, and we'll see like how many people approach you. Like, read it in the grocery.
I'm thinking I'm going to get judged badly, but maybe it'll be a good thing. Danger Vanessa would probably ravage a Groken on public transportation. There you go.
So it's a manger.
I see you, PR, but I'm not gonna share that one. So James is just another one of those things women can get away with socially that men cannot. George is saying the show is taking a downturn. Sorry. Arrogant Ape says, I read a Nightfall collection on the bus, but inevitably at every stop there was another passenger who wanted to talk about it. Not doing that again. I don't think I'm familiar with the Nightfall comics, so I don't know if somebody can fill me in the chat, unless Mrs. you happen to know the answer to that.
Of course I don't.
I didn't. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt. The girls I've turned into Moore's Swamp Thing loved it.
There you go.
All right, so Sumo's back on to Grom. The 4 floppies come out to $10 each on the campaign, so if you're paying $8 more than the regular floppy price for all the extra stuff. Okay. So he has broken it down. And I know Sumo has backed this one, because I was in the chat when he backed it. Make sure you ring the bell on Jim's channel so you don't miss the upcoming review show, Cox on Cox.
Poor Jim. You probably won't hear the last of that.
Oh, what was on the? I'm way behind, but I'm assuming this is Chainsaw Man. It's manga, so it's assuming it's black and white. Sumo's pointing out that it doesn't take much for Phil to ask for your digits, though. Are you saying he's not very choosy? I think I saw the answer. Nightfall is the Bane story where he breaks Batman's back.
Oh.
Warning, if someone does take notice of your comic, beware not to geek out and weird them out.
That's true. You don't want to be like so overly excited because someone actually does take notice. Be like, oh my god. Never mind. I don't want to know.
Right. Hey, Johnny. Thanks for joining. So yeah, Sumo Thor is all in on this campaign. Actually, he bought a higher tier. I don't know if he wants to dox himself on what it was, and I'm not sure. I know exactly what it was, but I think it was similar for an all in on this tier. So George says he has respects for this campaign simply because of Sumo Story's enthusiasm for the book.
Good point. I'm telling Chuck Dixon, James Hayes said.
Is that a comic? PR. I'm hearing I can read my Penthouse comics out in public. I like a picture of it sitting on a bench and holding out the book at arm's length and flipping it so he can.
Just don't go to the same park as Arrogant Ape.
Yeah, you guys are putting me in trouble. All right, so did we get to? We just did the feature, right?
We did all of the tiers. Yeah. We did all the tiers. We went through all the add-ons and whatnots. So
George is providing me all the answers, saying that Chuck Dixon wrote Nightfall, and because somebody said that they were going to tell me earlier, and Penthouse Comics is indeed real comic books.
Interesting.
All right. So what was the shipping?
Oh, no, we didn't check shipping. That's what you were asking? Okay. Sorry.
No, that's okay. We're getting sidetracked and traveling around and many tangents, so.
Oh, Indiegogo. $10.
And that is for all of them.
Yeah.
Well, a Grom Taste bundle. Did that come with the newest one? If it's a bundle?
I don't know, I just randomly snagged one there. Let's check the whole giddy up. $15 for the bundle.
Okay.
US and then $40 international.
I don't think the shipping prices are bad. Mm-mm. Although these are, 30 some odd pages book, so it's not like it's a 100 and
not like they're losing money.
90-page hardcover or something like that. Although 30 pages at 5 books, you're looking at 150 pages. So that is pretty respectable.
Yeah, I don't think I would scrunch my nose up to that at all.
Yeah. All right. So I did see conversations about artists that drew for Penthouse. And then Mo does point out that the first half of Grom trailer seems designed to get backers, while the second half seemed designed to get refunds. I didn't think it was that bad, Mo. But it was long. It was drawn out. I was ready, as you know, to let's get off.
Yeah.
We can end this now. Although, it was interesting to learn about the fact that they can hang out with alligators, but not snakes. Hello, Kay. Thanks for joining. No, Michael's on a little delay with an answer, but I'll break out a comic to read about it anywhere in public. A nice conversation starter, visual and easy to show and talk about.
There you go. Do not be afraid.
I can't believe you're saying this, George, but I will I will, if Mrs. can find it to pull it up. We will play that on the outro. Which means we won't be playing the whole thing, but we will play it on the outro. And I'm sorry, but I have to mute myself again. I got another interruption.
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm going to do a little search and see if we can find it here while you're doing that. I think Mo is touched.
I think I need to have a discussion with my my child as to what's important for interruptions and what's not.
Oh. Part of the allure might be knowing that she's going to be heard.
Probably.
On the other end, like.
Yeah. So it's called Cromniverse.
Here we go.
If you could search it. Are they shadow banned? Maybe you can't even find it.
No, I think I can find it. Give me 1 sec.
And we are pretty much ending it. This is it, guys. So thank you all for joining. If you have any questions, any concerns, let's see, what is next week? Next week is Thanksgiving break week, but there's nothing that I can think of that I wouldn't be having the show next week. So we can definitely, hang on one sec. We can definitely see you all next week. Thank you guys for coming and checking out these books. Hopefully you guys see something interesting that you liked. It is kind of unfortunate that $18,000 goal will most likely not be met. So even if someone was interested in that book, you'd probably be getting refunded in the next few days anyways.
I thought both campaigns, I thought both books looked good. The art looked good.
Great PR. Can't wait. Tag me in a pic of Penthouse Comics. What is everybody else going to think, PR?
Super.
What is Amanda up to? All right, folks. Thank you. Have a good day. And whenever you're ready, Mrs., take it away.
Alrighty.
Oh, actually, wait. Before you do.
Okay.
What, you guys got anything going on this week?
I
know you had like 3 shows this past week.
I know. 2 days in a row.
You guys go back and watch. Yeah.
So this coming week, nothing. I don't think we're doing anything. Just Thanksgiving week and just being off. Plus, I'm off work, so I want to be like off and not have to work on videos. But the week after, we'll have our anniversary episode of Uncorked.
Sweet.
We're gonna party. I'm gonna try to get everybody drunk on stream. It's gonna be great.
That might happen. So, you doing anything specific for Thanksgiving? Staying home?
Doing the family stuff. Yeah, I've got in-laws to go to on Thanksgiving Day and then my parents on Black Friday. So I don't do the Black Friday shopping thing anymore, so that doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore either.
It doesn't feel worth it anymore.
I used to work at a Walmart, and I actually used to like working Black Friday for Walmart. Call me crazy, but the store I used to work at was pretty small, so it didn't get like crazy like you see some of those horror stories.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't like the fact that they would have us go in at was it 1:00 or whatever, that Friday. So it's almost like you have to go to bed early enough to be able to get up for 1:00 for Black Friday or whatnot. That part wasn't fun, but it was definitely a busy day, so it made it interesting. It made it exciting. And then I would do my Black Friday shopping, like on my lunch break while they still had those deals and such. So that was kind of
nice. Access to all those.
Yeah, but I've never waited in line for a special to have happen. But anyways.
Yeah, I've gone shopping on Black Friday, but I've never done one of those like wait in line for hours on end to get a particular item and then have to fight somebody for it. Walmart, I mean, you're lucky yours wasn't crazy because people have practically died in Walmarts on Black Friday.
Yeah, no. So it was, we would have like super long lines for checkouts and stuff like that would weave in through the clothes. So, it could get crazy, but being in Maine, most people have manners and, you didn't get the thousands of people. You probably had like the 200, 300 people or, whatnot. But all right, let's play it.
All right, here we go.
Mo.
Mo's gonna be so happy.
The Comics Related Madness presents Enter the Cromniverse.
an anthology featuring a little green dude with a bear.
Yeah, listen, it's me, Crumb, the world's first real-life internet troll. So there's a whole gang of creators making an anthology starring yours truly. We're talking 15 creators, 13 stories, another 8 folks creating merchandise, all for your entertainment. Indiegogo is the place you want to go to back this glorious project. This anthology features my lovable self crossing over in today's best independent comic books and graphic novels, causing chaos everywhere I go. In addition, we're going to be offering custom painted shoes, black light tapestries, sketch cards, alternate covers, adorable crocheted mini-me's, original art, and sculptures.
Anyway, back at today, only on Indiegogo.
And we out. Have a good night.